We are here to have some chit-chat about those things that we often try to avoid, our hurts, our hang-ups, and our habits. Will you please share this venue with others? Will you please subscribe? And will you please meet us here as we chit and chat about our hurt, hang-ups, habits, and how to heal from them? Will you do that for me? See you soon. Hey y'all, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. I am so glad that you are here and that you are here with me, Jewel Wilson Murphy, and I am here with All Photos Considered. And today, we'd like to have a conversation about fishing. Not really. We're going to talk about communication. Our All Photos Considered thought we should talk about fishing, but I want to talk about fishing for communication, if you will. What does that even mean? What does that even look like? You all know oftentimes we have a deficit with communicating. Sometimes we just don't feel like it. Sometimes we think that our silence is enough to answer the question. Sometimes we feel like more than enough. I don't have to say this or I don't have to say that. But I just want to talk today about talking about it. Y'all know we talk about hurts, hang-ups, and habits here. Well, today, is it a hurt, is it a hang-up, or is it a habit? Sometimes we've gotten into the habit of just shutting down and not talking about what's on our minds. Sometimes we've gotten into a hurtful situation because we've done that. We've not said what was on our minds, and we've hurt those people that are dear to us, our children, our husbands, our wives, our moms, our dads, our sisters, our brothers, even our employers, because sometimes we just shut down. And so today I want to talk about how do we rectify that? How do we remedy the lack of communication among ourselves? Well, you guys are going to have to help me with that. I want you to write down below in the comments, what do you do when you just don't feel like communicating? What do you do when you don't feel like fishing for answers or fishing for resolutions or fishing for those things that are important for you to hear? Your ears want to hear it because your heart is hurting and you really want to know what's on his mind, or you want to know what's on her mind, or you want to know what's on their mind. We find that even with our kids, with our grandkids, sometimes they just don't want to say it. They may just say, I don't know, or they may not say anything, or you see their body language. Their body language says that they're upset. They may be angry about something, but their mouths are not opening. They're not saying anything. So how do you fish for that communication from that person who's not communicating? Well, I don't know all the answers to it, but my mama used to tell us, if you can't tell me with your mouth, if you can't tell me with your words, write me a letter. Write me a letter. And I wrote a lot of letters because I had some questions and I had some things that I wanted to say to her that I wasn't comfortable saying to her because I just wasn't. So communicate in writing. You know, texting, texting, sometimes you lose the message in what you're saying, and you may be trying to articulate this thing and they received it as that thing. So I think writing it down, then being able to sit down with that person to talk about what you wrote, do an exchange. You write what you're thinking, let him or her write down what they're thinking, what their hurt is, what the habit is, and what the hang up is. Because if my communication or lack of communication hurts you, then I have a responsibility to help fix that hurt. I can't fix everything, but I can communicate what I'm feeling. So you can write it down. You could decide that I'm just going to do a getaway, maybe go to the park, just the two of you, and have a conversation. Am I talking about relationships only as in boyfriend and girlfriend and husband and wives? Absolutely not. I'm talking about the gift of communicating effectively, the gift of communicating lovingly, the gift of communicating with seasoning your words with grace. Because I just believe that communication is the key for any and every successful communication. I communicate with my children. They don't always want to hear what I got to say, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it in love. I communicate effectively with my grandkids who are here with me today. They don't always want to hear it either, but they're going to hear what I have to say because I'm going to season my words with grace. I'm going to demonstrate to them before them what I want. I want them to talk to me. I want them to tell me what's on their mind. I don't want to fish for answers, y'all. I want to be able to say what I want to say, mean what I say it lovingly, and we can address that thing. That elephant in the room, as we say, it's an elephant in the room when we're not talking. It's an elephant in the room when we go for days and weeks and months at a time and we're not effectively communicating. Walking in the house and not speaking, that's a thing for me. Walk in the house and speak to the ceiling as long as you are communicating good afternoon, good evening, how are you today? Write down below, comment, please. This is a serious matter, but it's a necessary matter because people are not talking. People are not communicating. And the person that's on the other end of that non-communication is fishing for answers. It's fishing for a way to communicate effectively with that person that's not talking. Will you remember to please, please, please comment? Will you like, subscribe, and share? We lost someone. We had 149 subscriptions. Now we have 148. This is the beginning of December. You all know this is the season to be married. This is the season of giving. By the time you see this segment, you would have been reminded that the National Day of AIDS or AIDS National Day has been celebrated. Love on someone. Remember, there are so many days that we celebrate in here in this season, in this month, but the main thing we look forward to is the celebration of Christmas, the Christ's birth. And so as we celebrate that, walk in reverence of communication. Don't have a habit of not communicating. Don't let your loved ones or your friends fish for your words, fish for your demeanor, fish for your body language. Remember, again, I'm here with All Photos Considered. If you mention my name, you get 10% off your photo need. They can meet any need you have. Media, headshots, Christmas photos, any of those things. Mention Jewel Wilson Murphy, 10% off. And remember, please like, share, and comment. And I'm looking for your comments below on how you communicate effectively and what have you gotten out of this segment to help you along your communication journey. Have a great week.